In the 1970s, if you wanted to own the fastest car, the answer would depend on where you were. In Detroit, the Hemi Cuda reigned supreme on Woodward Avenue, while in Texas, modified Chevelles with tunnel ram natural aspiration dominated the highways. On the West Coast, an LS6 El Camino might have been the king of late-night street races. But in a small corner of Long Island, a car shop was building street beasts with terrifying speed that few could have imagined. Baldwin Motion Performance didn't just modify cars, they were committed to speed in a way that few dared. They built special Corvettes with a bold promise. If the car doesn't run a 1/4 mile in under 11.5 seconds at 120 mph, we'll fix it for free. These weren't just cars, they were street-legal weapons, challenging any rival brave enough to line up at the starting line. It all began in the 1950s when Joel Rosen, a young and passionate car enthusiast, started fine-tuning customers' vehicles at a small gas station in Brooklyn. His talent for optimizing performance quickly outgrew the limits of a local garage. By 1966, he had founded Motion Performance, one of the boldest car modification shops of its time. However, Rosen's biggest turning point came when he partnered with Baldwin Chevrolet, a seemingly ordinary dealership with no reputation for high-performance vehicles. Thanks to this partnership, Motion Performance gained access to Chevrolet's most powerful engines, such as the L70-427, LS6, and LS7 big block power plants, not available to regular customers. This meant that you could purchase a Camaro, Chevelle, Nova, or Corvette from Baldwin Chevrolet and have it sent straight to Motion Performance, where it would be transformed into a speed monster right from the factory floor. Motion Performance didn't just swap engines. They offered a complete performance package, upgrading everything from suspension, transmission, and gearing to exterior and interior modifications. This ensured that the cars weren't just more powerful, but also finely tuned for smooth operation, whether on the streets or the drag strip. Moreover, Motion Performance modified cars still retained partial dealership warranties, giving customers greater peace of mind when investing in a high-performance machine. The combination of speed, reliability, and exclusivity quickly propelled Baldwin Motion to fame, making it one of the most influential performance tuning houses of its era. Unlike typical muscle cars like the Camaro, Chevelle, or Nova, mostly modified for drag racing, the Corvette was a fully fledged sports car straight from the factory. With an ultra-light fiberglass body, independent rear suspension, and a chassis refined for high-speed performance, the Corvette provided the perfect platform for pushing speed limits to new heights. Traditional muscle cars like the Chevelle or Nova were often heavier and featured simpler suspension setups, making them less stable in corners or at high speeds. In contrast, the Corvette's lightweight design and optimized engineering allowed it to be not only faster in a straight line, but also more agile on winding roads. This meant that Motion Performance didn't just focus on upgrading the engine, they fine-tuned the entire car to ensure it could handle both straight-line acceleration and sharp turns with precision. Their modifications went beyond raw horsepower, incorporating advanced braking systems and chassis reinforcements that enabled the Corvette to compete with European supercars of its time. This approach made the Phase 3 Corvette an icon, not just for its sheer power, but for achieving the perfect balance between speed, handling, and exclusivity, something few modified cars could ever attain. Each Phase 3 Corvette was custom-built to the owner's specifications, ensuring that no two were exactly alike. What truly set them apart was Motion Performance's bold speed guarantee. If the car couldn't run a 1/4 mile in 11.5 seconds at 120 mph, the owner could bring it back for free tuning. Most of these cars were powered by either a 427 or 454 big block engine, producing nearly 500 horsepower. They featured high-performance cylinder heads, solid lifters, and a Holley 1050 CFM carburetor. Power was transmitted through a Muncie 4-speed manual gearbox or a turbo 400 automatic, often paired with an overdrive system that allowed the car to maintain high speeds without sacrificing acceleration. But the Phase 3 Corvette was more than just a high-horsepower machine. It was engineered for total performance optimization. Everything from gearing ratios and cooling systems to traction was fine-tuned for maximum efficiency. These upgrades allowed the car to achieve blistering acceleration while maintaining stability. Many Phase 3 models came equipped with stiffer suspension, high-performance tires, and upgraded brakes, making them dominant not just in straight-line speed, but also in precision handling situations. Each Phase 3 Corvette was not just a car, it was a mechanical masterpiece, designed to deliver a one-of-a-kind driving experience. It wasn't just about speed, it was about absolute control on every road. Not only was the Phase 3 Corvette powerful, but it also had a distinctive look thanks to the GT appearance package, which made it stand out completely from standard Corvettes. Some of the most notable modifications included fixed European-style headlights replacing the traditional pop-up design, giving the car a sportier and more modern appearance. The Phase 3 hood with a large air scoop, allowing the big block engine to receive optimal airflow for cooling and maximizing performance. Widened fender flares to accommodate massive Goodyear polyglass tires, improving traction and giving the car an aggressive stance. Side exit exhaust system, which not only reduced weight, but also produced a signature roar, a defining characteristic of high-performance machines. Fastback-style rear glass on some versions, adding a unique aesthetic touch and increasing cargo space, though practicality was hardly a concern for Phase 3 Corvette buyers. However, the GT package wasn't just for looks. It was designed to optimize aerodynamics at high speeds. Air scoops, spoilers, and the custom body kit were engineered to keep the car stable at speeds exceeding 120 mph. Despite being built as a speed monster, some Phase 3 Corvettes were equipped with premium features like air conditioning and luxury interiors amenities that Chevrolet typically omitted from high-performance models. This unique balance between extreme performance and enhanced driving comfort set Baldwin Motion Performance apart, offering a superior experience compared to most other muscle cars of the era. Not everyone could own a Phase 3 GT Corvette, as they were not only expensive but also extremely rare. In the early 1970s, a standard Corvette cost around $5,000, but a Baldwin Motion Phase 3 GT could easily exceed $15,000, and even approach $20,000, putting it on par with European supercars like the Porsche 911 and Jaguar E-Type. The sky-high price meant that production numbers were extremely limited, with only the most dedicated performance enthusiasts willing to invest in this machine. From 1969 to 1971, only 10 Phase 3 GT Corvettes were produced with the full exclusive body kit, which included aerodynamic upgrades such as fixed European-style headlights, a large hood scoop, widened fender flares, and a side exit exhaust system. If you count the Phase 3 models without the GT body kit, the exact number remains a mystery, but estimates suggest that only a few dozen cars left the Motion Performance workshop each year. One of the most expensive Phase 3 GT Corvettes ever ordered was the 1970 Daytona Yellow Phase 3 GT, built for Thomas Squire, which came with a staggering price tag of $133,000, an astronomical sum at the time, far exceeding the cost of an average home in the U.S. Today, Phase 3 GT Corvettes are almost never seen on the market, and when they do surface, auction prices can reach into the millions of dollars, making them some of the most valuable collector cars of the muscle car era. Although Baldwin Motion Performance no longer exists, its legacy remains an essential part of American automotive history. The Phase 3 GT Corvette was not just a powerful custom-built car, it became an icon of the golden age of muscle cars, when enthusiasts were willing to pay a premium for an uncompromising speed machine. Today, the Phase 3 GT Corvette is a rare treasure, highly sought after by collectors worldwide. With its extremely limited production numbers, every surviving car represents a piece of history, carrying the legacy of one of the boldest tuning shops ever to exist. Additionally, motion performance upgrade kits such as the Mako Shark Corvette and other high-performance modifications are still in demand, as they embody a unique tuning style that cannot be found anywhere else. The Phase 3 GT Corvette stands as proof of an era when speed was everything, when car enthusiasts weren't just looking to go fast, but to break all limits. Today, only a handful remain, and when they appear on the market, their value can soar into the millions of dollars. If you're a true car enthusiast, don't forget to follow legendary stories like this one. Like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on legendary cars, rare models, and the speed machines that made history. See you next time, Gearheads.